Well, howdy diddly dandy there, Charmsters. I, Captain of the Steves. I'm back inside of No Man's Sky, and we're hitting up the Corvettes expedition. We're now on phase 4. We haven't got too much left to do. I need to install some Corvette shield modules inside of my Corvette ship. And I've also got to install some Corvette damage modules inside of my ship. But before we do any of that, we have to get to the next rendezvous point. So that means I need to have warp fuel for my starship, which I think I'm out of warp fuel. I'm out of warp fuel. Dang it. I'm going to have to craft some warp fuel. Exo, what's the best way to craft some warp fuel? I know I need antimatter. So...
All right, Captain Steve, let's get you fueled up. For warp fuel, you're spot on that you'll need antimatter. You'll also need antimatter housing, and then you'll combine those to craft a warp cell. That's the ticket. Let's get that antimatter and housing sorted, and we'll have you warping in no time.
Okay, right. Well, for the antimatter, I need condensed carbon. So I'm just going to shoot some plants on a planet. So any old plant will do. Zapping those to my heart's content. So, yes, I need condensed carbon. So I need to turn this carbon into condensed carbon using my refiner. Oh, I'm upsetting Sentinels right now. They don't like me zapping these plants, Exo.
Yeah, those Sentinels do get a bit grumpy when you start zapping the local granary. Well, just keep an eye on them and maybe dash away if they get a little too close for comfort. Once you've got that condensed carbon from your refiner, you'll be set to whip up that antimatter. Let's just keep those Sentinels off our tail and we'll be in business.
Cool. I think I've got enough chromatic metal, so I don't need to harvest any more copper. But what do I need for the antimatter housing so I can be harvesting that while I'm doing plant zapping?
Yeah, absolutely. For that antimatter housing, basically you're going to need a bit of oxygen and some ferrite dust. So just keep an eye out for any rocks or anything you can smash up to get that ferrite dust. And once you've got that, along with a little bit of oxygen, you can craft that housing and you'll be good to go.
Okay, well, for oxygen, I'm zapping some hazardous flora. That gives me some oxygen. There's also some little red plants on planet that I can pick up for oxygen, right?
Yeah, you've got it, Captain. Those hazardous flora are a great source of oxygen once you zap them, and those little red plants around will also top you up, so you're on the right track. Keep gathering that oxygen and ferrite dust, and you'll be all set to craft that antimatter housing.
Ooh, ferrite dust. Good point. Good point. Ferrite dust. That's shooting rocks, right?
Exactly. You got it. Ferrite dust is your good old rock material. So just keep blasting those rocks and that'll get you everything you need. Keep it up, Captain. You're doing great.
I think I bought a load of rusted metal when I was last inside. Yes, I've bought a load of rusted metal. That turns into ferrite dust inside of a refiner, doesn't it?
You bet it gets. Turning that rusted metal into ferrite dust is a great little trick. So you can just pop that into your refiner and save yourself a bit of rock blasting time. Nicely done, Captain. You've got it all sorted out.
Sweet. Okie dokie. Well, I might be a little bit radio silent. Well, I might not be talking to you for a little bit, Exo. I might just talk to my viewing audience because I am creating a video log for people to watch so they can get these little tips. I don't suppose you've got any little tips for them at all? Things to help, say, a new player in No Man's Sky to stay alive?
Well, absolutely, Captain, and I'm happy to share a tip or two for the viewers. So a handy one for new players is definitely to make good use of your scanner. You can scan flora and fauna on every planet to get a bit of extra units, and that can help you out early on. And of course, always keep some sodium on hand to recharge your hazard protection. That'll keep you alive and kicking in those harsh environments. So there you go. Just a couple tips for your viewers.
Well, thank you very much there, Exo. Right. Well, I've been zapping loads of plants. It says that I've only got a teeny tiny bit of carbon. That can't be right. I zap loads. Okay. Oh, there we go. There's another stack of carbon right there. Well, I get that going into the condensed carbon. There we are. That's on the bake. Wait for this to go, and then I'll be right back with you. And Exo, thank you very much for those tips. I'll tell you what, I'll reconvene, Exo, once I'm up inside of the space station. Okay.
Absolutely, Captain. Sounds like a plan. I'll be right here whenever you're ready to chat again. Good luck with refining, and I'll catch you once you're docked in the space station.
Well, chums, I probably won't be going to the space station, to be honest. I'm going to create everything I need down here, and then we'll just take off from here and fly straight out, I think. I mean, we could go to the space station and see if there's any more resources I could pick up. But to be honest, you can get a lot of these basic resources by shooting the planet's surface. So all the carbon, the oxygen, pretty much everything you can get for making your actual hyperdrive fuel without even flying. I mean, without even going out and blasting stuff. I'll show you in a moment. But yeah. In fact, I think I've already done that in a previous episode, so I should have some carbon. Yeah, I've got some carbon there. I've got some ferrite dust. You don't get as much. You used to get loads doing that, shooting the planet, but now, not as much for some reason. I don't know why. But anyway, we got this on the bake. Lovely, lovely. And I'll let you know once we're ready to make our antimatter housing and all that good stuff. Captain Steve, oh Captain Steve, oh Captain, heck yeah. Why not hit that like and subscribe? Thank you very much. Okay, let's just see how much I can actually make now. So if I go inside of here, let's okay, it still says like, oh yeah, I haven't made the antimatter yet. How many antimatters can I make? We might as well make a whole load. We'll make 8. Okay, cool. 8 of those. How many housings can I make? There's no point in making more than 8, so I'll just make 8. Okay, and now we can craft 8 of those. So there we go. Chicka-boom! We've made all of our warp fuel. And then get the warp fuel and stick it in there. Lovely jubbly. Righto. Well, let's take on off then. So, like I was saying, you can actually just shoot the planet. Oh, great. No, I need launch thruster. Dang it! Okay. Looks like we're going to have to make some of that as well. Yeah, I need to get up out of my chair, don't I? Right, okay. So, what do I need to make that? Launch thruster fuel. Let's have a quick look-see then. There we go. I need metal plating. Wow. Okay, well, we got a lot of the ferrite dust, so let's just make some metal plating. And let's see how many of those we can make now. Can I make 5? I can only make 1. So I need more dehydrogen. Well, we might as well just use that just to take off anyhow. So, yeah, I'm going to have to get back in the seat of my ship. Then go into here. Boom. Right, now I can take off. So, say if I wanted to make more launch thruster fuel, I need to find some more blue dehydrogen crystals, right? Now, you usually see them as you're flying over this planet. Now, because it's got all these visual distortions right now, it makes it very difficult to see. But you can see there, I just blew up a hazardous flora, so I should get a bit of oxygen. There you go. Only gave me 2 oxygen for taking out that hazardous flora, though. Now, if I can see the blue crystals on here, the dehydrogen, there you go, there's some there. Getting a load of dehydrogen right there. I'd get more if I was actually down there shooting it. But that gave me some dehydrogen. Yeah, I'm not getting as much. I think they've nerfed this somewhat. Oh well, okay. Anyways, we've got enough for now. So let's move on. Let's jump systems. There we go. Oh dear, out of jump range. Dang it, okay. Well, maybe we will go into a station and see if they sell any warp drive boost modules. I'll see you in the station. Right, Johns, well, I'm inside the station. Let's go and have a little chat with this technology merchant. Upgrade. Have you got a warp module? He does. But look, it's 622. But if I go to sell, I've got 2 modules that I don't overly need. So I can sell those. They're bolt caster modules. And now I should be able to buy the hyperdrive. If I log back out and log back in again, I might be able to afford a second one. Okay, let's go do that. Let's just install that first. Let's get that installed. We'll stick it there for a moment. All I can do is I can move that over there and move that next to there to get the adjacency bonus. And I can put one more there as well, can't I? That'll do the trick. Heck yes. Okay, alrighty. Right, well, let's go and make a save. And then we'll go do a reload and I'll buy a second one. Bum bum bum! I need to jump in my ship, out of my ship, and then reload my save. So jump in the chair and out of the chair. You should see a little icon down there, like a little wheel rotate. There you go. It's very, very quick. Very, very quick. Now I'm just going to do a reload. Okay, we're going to go buy a second warp module. There we go. Chicka-boom. Purchase a key. And yeah, I'll have that one. Thank you very much. Sweet. Let me get that installed. Now we've already got an X-class one there, so it's all good. That'll do the trick. That's hopefully going to get us to the next rendezvous point that little bit quicker. I mean, you guys might want the boltcaster module, you know, if you want to take out sentinels easier and stuff like that, then why the fudge not? But anyway, we're going to do the next jump to the next rendezvous, and then I'll be installing those modules that it mentioned. Let's just hope we've got enough room for them, because the technology area now on my ship is kind of maxed out. Okay, here we go then. Let's see if we can make that jump all the way and save ourselves a little bit of warp fuel. It was just luck that that station had the S-class modules I needed. And away we go! Well, chums, I don't see the point in re-enabling EXO at the moment, because I'm basically just going to be adding some modules into my ship. And I don't think EXO is actually trained on the latest of Corvette expedition data. They're kind of trained about 6 months before on the tinterwebs, unless you actually ask them to look up newer stuff. There's not many guides online really, per se, for this expedition that are trusted sources that I think EXO is going to actually, scour for answers. So we may as well just land here. We're going to interact with the station core over there, where you can see the marker where it says Resuscit 4 or whatever, IV. IV. It's not like an IV line or something like that. It's Roman numerals. Yes. Right, let's head on over. Boom! I actually saw a YouTube video the other day. A chap going around asking youngsters if they could tell the time using a clock on a wall. Oh my days! It was interesting, And this was not in any particular country, US and UK. People can't tell the time on an old analog clock. It's mental. Anyway, Atlas Aeron Surveillance Uplink Glass. Anomaly definition. Data is lost. Directive suppress anomalies. Directive cleanse anomalies. Directive target anomalies. We're going to imprint our signature. You notice there it's all in purple. Usually purple is kind of to do with the Void Mother, which is a little odd. I mean, red is usually to do with the Atlas or the Sentinels, but purple is very much linked to the Void Mother, so something strange is going on there, I think. And also, when we interacted with the station cores, we got that really odd text saying, I see you, or I'm watching you, something along those lines, to do with the Void Mother as well. So I don't know whether there's going to be some sort of tenuous link to the Void Mother, but there we go. Anyway, let's collect our reward. I digress. Corvette shielding modules, starship inventory slot. Is that for my starship? I'm hoping so. Yes, we can put them up here. Now, little tip, people, you can actually put these where you want. So if I don't want it there, I could click there if I like. Yeah, see? So we can put them wherever we like. Just as a little heads up there, as a little bonus tippity tip. Okay, so what do we need to stick in? We need to put in Corvette shield modules and damage modules. Okay. Let's go see if we've got enough of these to install a key. Oh, need to go to this console over here. If I haven't, we'd have to go dig some up and hope we get lucky. Or we can purchase some. That's also actually let's go in. Let's see what we can purchase, shall we? Purchase modules. Purchase basic modules. And do you have any shield modules? Oh god, look. There's a class reactor and a photon cannon. I'm not seeing any shield modules there. How bizarre. Okay. Yeah, I don't actually sell any shield modules, so let's just hope that we've got enough then. I mean, you can trade and trade some in, but I don't really want to trade much at the moment if I don't have to. We'll see what we can do. Okay, let's see what we've got then. So we need to put in some shield modules. There's one there. I'll just stick that there. It's going to look ugly, but you know, that's what it is. And we'll stick that one there. There we go. And then what weapons do we have? We have this, which is actually a Silatron thing. It doesn't really matter where I put it. That might stop me from entering my ship, though. I'll just stick it there. And have we got any other guns? No. Let's see if that's enough. Yeah, we managed to get that up. So we go. And again, if I wanted to, I can put it up here instead. We're giving a conflict. Oh, lovely. Lovely, lovely. Okay. Okay, well now we could install that. But what we need is we need to install another shield module. So let's go into here. Let's purchase a module. And let's see if we can trade. And what we want is a shield module. So let's have a look. Shieldy, shieldy, shieldy. Where are you, shieldy? I like the little rotatey one. That one's quite cool. One of these. So let's see if we can make an offer. Let's see if we can put in air purifiers. 1%. Oh, fudging heck. Okay. Have that then. 15%. Okay. That was 2 though. Okay. Let's put in the fuel rods as well. Moderate. Okay. What else have we got quite a lot of that I can swap? How about joining ducts? Excellent. Make offer. Yes, we got it. Okay, there we are, people. Modify. And I can put on I'm going to move this one. So if I move that R2, and what I'd do is I'll just stick this somewhere like... where can I put it that's not going to look too janky and weird? Well, there's not many places it will go. Fudge. Okay, that's a bit weird. Oh, okay, I can put it there. And we'll stick this one there. Apply edits. Has that worked? Yes, yes, that worked. Brilliant. That goes done, duty, and done. And you know what? I'm going to stick them up here. Now, what we need to do is we need to get that economy scanner in. They kindly gave us a walker's brain, because I don't really fancy getting one of those, to be honest. We can head on over here, and we can buy ourselves a wiring loom. You can't craft wiring looms. Oh, look, there's a load of chromatic metal there. I'm going to buy that. There's a load of ferrite dust there. We can't turn that back into... We can turn it into magnetized, but not back into normal ferrite. Is there any other things in here that I could... There's a load of ferrite dust there. So that's good for making antimatter housing. This stuff is good for turning back into dehydrogen or launch thruster fuel. So I just bought a few bits there, just in case we have to craft any more warp fuel or takey off fuel, launch fuel. Right, okay. Now, inside of my ship, I should be able to put in this. There we are. Awesome! Right, okay. And I can head back to my ship. Zoom. And now we should be able to scan for a pirate system. So we might as well get that done as well while we're here, people. Really be. Here we go. Let's jump on it. And I'll show you how to find a pirate system, people. Meow. I love that sound effect. That sound effect needs to be like kosher in game, you know? That'd be sweet, wouldn't it? Meow. Right. You go to the main menu here. And what we're looking for... Oh. Has it actually given us directions? No, it hasn't. Okay, so if you break away from this by pressing circle and press triangle to expand what you're seeing, what we're looking for is a little skull icon inside of the galactic map as we're moving around here. Like that. Okay, pirate controlled. And away we go! Zoom! My God. Right, well, I've arrived at Coated. And we need to fly inside of here. And I think we need to buy a load of contraband and smuggle the contraband into another system for a later mission. So, you know, I'd just get inside of this space station, and I think we're saved there. We'll pop this last badge here. There we go. I'm going to put it back up here as well. There we go. Sweet! I didn't really overly look at what we managed to pop by doing that. We got emergency warp unit plans and 1 starship ship. This is what we're doing next time. We're going to be smuggling next time, people. So I'm going to fly on in, and I'm going to be saving my game inside of a piratey station. Sweet. Okay. Oh, we need to install that emergency warp drive as well. Let's get that installed. Where is it? Emergency warp drive. We need some more gold. You know what? We'll leave it till next episode, so I'll go shoot some more asteroids, yeah? Okay. Alright. Let's jump on out the ship. And there you go. That just created the save down there. So there we go, people. I think that's everything for today's episode. Making good progress on this. A load of new badges popped. None of them exceptionally difficult. Hopefully Exo gave you some good tips as well. Till next time. Goodbye, goodbye. And goodbye again.